Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I just want to let y'all know that I've started a new account on server 92, starting afresh. I usually do this about once a year, but I got offered a sponsorship from Stream Elements to do this, to get new players to the game, returning players to the game, etc. So if you want to come join me in the Alliance, the Golden Bagels, yes, that's the name. We're also growing it continually, and I've even got the Silver Bagels. Come join me on 92. The game's changed a lot, and I love restarting. It's just a lot of fun. You're more than welcome to come join us. Use the link pinned in the comments down below if you want to help out. Believe it or not, doing this, getting to level 6 and unlocking the Orion Corvette would actually help me and my family for Christmas. So if you want to help out, I need 150 of y'all. If y'all do that, we're giving away extra battle passes this week for the new art coming. So help appreciate it. Let's roll it. And then let's talk about this bye week thing.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo!
All right, we're back, everybody. And look, I'm not trying to be negative. I promise I'm not. I'm literally not trying to be negative. I'm not. I think that a lot of good has happened over the past month. I rated November as an A. I truly believe that November was an A. But one of the things that they said was, we're not going to run incursions in December. And I thought the reasoning that they gave me was sound. Basically, it came down to, look, it's really busy. We're trying to make sure the DS9 ends well. That's good. And we don't feel like, after what was said about the last run of incursions, that players really enjoyed it. I think that's accurate. Y'all didn't really enjoy the most previous run of incursions. I would call it a fail. Comment if you disagree. Y'all didn't really like it. So they said, look, we want to make it to where players really enjoy it. We want to get back on the right path, or we're going to wait until next year. And I am 100% okay with that strategy. And then it was announced, okay, because of that, here's what we're going to do. We are going to give you the bi-week gift that only a few servers saw, because nobody gets to do incursions. So we're going to give you the gift. And this is where some feathers seem to be getting ruffled amongst the community. Maybe it's just Rev. I don't feel like it's just Rev, but we'll get your opinion here in just a second. So right behind me, I'm going to click the neutral zone gift chest. This is what you got. 3 Strange New World Una shards, 480 incursion coins, and 500 subspace relays. But everybody who would qualify for incursions got. That is your bi-week gift from Star Trek Fleet Command and Scope. Now, you tell me how you feel about it, because here's the thing. And I had this discussion with them, and I get into these long talks, and I thought the anniversary gift, the way it ended, was good, but the first 3 days was terrible because of a word that I am just really using ad nauseum now, sentiment, and how the players feel about the game and how the players feel that the game treats them. And Scopely's argument's going to be, well, you're getting something for free. Why are you complaining? You're not doing incursions. Why should you be getting a lot of stuff? And my rebuttal is, if what you're giving makes players feel bad, then you're just shooting yourself in the foot. I'll be honest, personally. And if you disagree, I am 100% open for differences of opinion here. If you disagree, say, Rev, it's free, suck it up, and that's fine. But here's why I don't think everybody believes that. I am currently recording at 3:30 p.m. my time. I was going to put out a roadmap video, but it got delayed. So what I did is, I put out this. I asked, hey, STFC players, I'm not leading you in a direction. Thoughts on the bi-week gift? Shout out to the plant. Appreciate the plant. But in literally 18 or 20 minutes so far, almost 100 poop emoji reactions. And this is just me in my general channel. This is not me posting in like official Discord. This is not me making an announcement post. My announcements is actually over on the, there's an official announcements page. I didn't tag everybody. I literally just tagged who was online right now and what did you think. And what you end up getting is this over and over. Return to sender, large piece of garbage, something that we pray them to have epic chafing. Oh, what's that even mean? Trash rerun of last incursions would have been better. Met at best, trash, total crap, it's garbage. Bi-week chest is pure garbage, considering we didn't have incursions for November, and in December we won't have them either. So some people had a bi-week 2 months in a row now. Bi-week chest doesn't even cover the losing amount. Looks like Scrooge McScopely thought long and hard, and Tiny Tim will go hungry yet again. Utter ridiculousness, substandard, it's poop again. unwanted, yada, 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 just over and over and over. And this is not just like anybody leading them a direction. Like nobody's saying, hey, y'all want to poop on Scopely real quick. This is, if you're going to do something for the players, you've got to do it to where it boosts sentiment. You've got to do something that people will appreciate. And whether or not you agree with it, because I know me and DJ had this discussion. Some people just like, hey, if it's free, you shouldn't complain. I'm not of that mind. For something to get a positive review from me, it has to be a positive. And you're simply saying the bye week isn't even worth running 5 minutes worth of events, because here's what it comes down to. Players do not associate unlocking something with how many events they've completed, right? Now, a gaming company is probably going to do that. They're like, okay, well, it takes this many events and this much activity to justify this ship or this officer. But players don't think that way. We don't think that way. We think in terms of time. How many months does it take me to unlock the Mantis? How many months does it take me to unlock the strike team set for explorers and interceptors and battleships? How much time do I have to invest in the game? How much time do I have to put in my life? How much do I have to work in that day in this game? They don't think about it in terms of, okay, well, X amount of events equals X amount of officers. But obviously that's how a game company sees it, because all the game companies do is tracking analytics and numbers and players and what are they doing and what do they want. And they're just a bunch of, selfish players that want handouts. But from a player perspective, all the players are seeing is my time is not being rewarded. What is the entire point of incursions if this is what I get? What's the entire point of incursion? Why should I participate when this is all I end up with? And 480 incursion coins is 4 Mantis blueprints. Players waited months to get the opportunity to start free-to-play grinding the Mantis. And I get that the bye week had a good reason. We're giving Scopely credit. There is a good reason to not run incursions this month. You didn't feel like the players would enjoy it. That's exactly what a game company should do. We applaud that. I will not negative that at all. But what I will talk about is if you inadvertently, even if this is unintentionally, you don't want this to happen, you are creating negative sentiment about your game from a player base that's already been frustrated. I do think that November went great as a whole, but DS9 has still been a tremendous letdown. It was supposed to be the IP that saves the game, prevents it from plateauing, prevents it from going downhill. That's not been the case through 3 months so far. Every move that you make as a company has got to be calculated in a way that promotes activity, promotes retention among the players, promotes spending, because hey, if the players aren't spending, well then the game goes under and we all fall apart. So little things like this, how can you justify giving such paltry rewards? Nobody really cares about Strange New World Una. She's not that good. She's just an impulse boost, and sure, impulse matters. I'm not saying it doesn't, but you've got Strange New World Hammer if we're talking for synergy. The subspace relays, you can get so much more just by doing half A-word levels of the events in an actual incursions, and then the coins themselves. Come on. Like, why are we being so stingy with something that people only get once a month? Now, keep in mind that the original plan from Scopely was to run incursions multiple times a month. They were like, yeah, people are going to love it. PvP and raiding and well, they were in for a surprise. Even the king of YouTube raiding, like I do it on Twitch, I do it on YouTube. I absolutely love it. I knew this had no shot of being something that ran 2, 3, or 4 times a month. None at all. And it was a fight to get it to once a month. It was a fight to get it on the weekends. And I think players appreciated the directions that incursions were going up until the most recent version, which was, of course, our favorite Franklin A PvP event one, which bombed badly. But one thing that I get is feedback from players all the time in the comment section of YouTube, Reddit, Facebook, the Discords, and just in-game, is that incursions as a whole just doesn't give that level of fulfillment that encourages you to participate. And then when you get this as a reward, it's only a problem because this is the only form of sourcing for the Mantis. It's the only form of permanent sourcing. Sure, there's event stores and things like that. It's the only form of permanent sourcing for the Mantis. The only form of permanent sourcing for lots of officers, the strike team officers, as well as things like Strange New World Una, if you are actually out there and like Strange New World Una. So the message that I'm trying to get across to Scopely here is that your Discords, your Facebooks will continue to do this. Garbage, lackluster, smack in the face, no sourcing, better than a day of fun and 20 times rewards. but just people being sarcastic and utter garbage. And and this is just so much. And I literally made this post right now 25 minutes ago, and it's just continual just scroll of just people being upset because they feel like they're not cared about by the game. At the end of the day, Scopely has to remember that this is just pixels, but this game is important to the player base. These pixels matter. These pixels, you giving away, 1,900 incursion coins is not going to ruin your dollar value, in my opinion, of the game. But if it gives positive sentiment to the players, it encourages people. And all those people who are talking about, hey, I want to return to the game, but does the game care about me more? Like, does the game love me more? Does the game show that? Well, I think they definitely showed that with the Oopsie chest after the treasury issue. I think they definitely showed that with day 4 of the anniversary. But then you can't flip-flop and go back to things like this, because then all that positive you made, you take 2 steps back. So I think the game needs to find that and understand that the whole point of this being a game is fun. And does this gift give you fun as a player? I don't think it does. And for me, trying to sit here and tell people to come join me, get the fresh start of the game, join me with the link in the Discord and everything. For those players who haven't played in a while, please come join me. Let me show you how we can make this game better together and how it is getting better in some ways. But it comes down to Scopely. They've got to make it fun. And they've got to show that they appreciate the player base. And hopefully this message gets across. And it's not taken as I'm not even calling for pitchforks and flames. I'm simply calling for Scopely. Understand that the actions that you mean to be generous only cause problems until they're actually generous. Anyway, that's me. If y'all want to help out the video, share it out. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for this space, Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. And I'm real curious if y'all disagree. If y'all truly think that it's free and it shouldn't matter and Rev should shut up, leave a comment. If you agree with Rev, leave a comment. If you just appreciate the fact that we're talking about it and having a family moment, like the video. Deuces, catch you on the next one. I'm outie.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.